This post is going to be all about spring today actually, and it's also going to involve learning how to draw a banner, because quite often it's quite nice to write calligraphy in a banner. So today I'm starting off with my piece of paper, it's landscape, and I'm starting off with my pencil because I'm going to be drawing out my banner. So I'm going to draw part of my banner now, then I'm going to do my lettering, and then I'm going to draw the rest of my banner. So my banner starts with a line, which is going to be the base. So I start towards the left of my paper, and I'm going to bring it up like a flag, really, like the shape of a flag, curving up, and it's going to end about there. So it's one sort of straight line, or well, not straight really, actually, it goes up, but one line going across my page. Now I'm going to leave that there for now and not draw any more of my banner until I've done my writing, because then I'll know how big to make it. So I'm switching again to my trusty black felt tip, but you can use whatever pen you have handy. So I'm going to write in my banner, "Hello Spring," because it's coming into springtime. We've got lots of flowers blooming. We've got lots of beautiful colours out and about. So I'm going to write "Hello Spring" in my banner. So I'm going to start at the left. I'm going to use this as the line that my writing's on, but I'm not going to do it right on the line because I don't want my letters to drop below, because they of course can't drop off my banner. So I'm going to start a little way up for my H. So my H starts by curving up into a loop and down. Not all the way to that line, I'm staying above it. Let me turn my paper so you can see. Now, I like to often drop my H as well below, but I'm just going to be careful. I'm going to drop it a little bit lower, but not quite to my pencil line. So we go up and over for my H, and it comes down, but not quite to the bottom of my page, and straight into my E. Round up and down for my E, just like a normal E really. Okay, my two L's are very similar to my H's. So I start coming up and then go into my loop and straight down for my L. And then I do the same thing again, so I start going up the page, loop out, and down. Now at the moment that says hell, but of course I wanted to say hello, so I'm going to start going into my O, up, round, down like a normal O, but before I get to the join, I'm going to keep going up and do a little loop and a flick. So we've got hello. Now my next word is going to be spring. Now I'm aware for the P for spring, I'm going to need to come down. So therefore I'm going to start my spring a little bit further off this line to give me space for my P, the stick of my P to go down without going off the end of my banner. So I'm going to start a little bit further up for this one. So for my S, I loop, I draw a line over, and then that line pretty much goes back on itself to start making an S. Round it goes, and then a curve up to start my P. My P, the stick for my P goes down, but I just need to be careful it doesn't go below the bottom of my banner. So there it goes down, up, and it splits away, round, and then I do a loop up. Right, now we're going into our R. So our R has a loop at the top, strange letter, the R, and then it comes across. It looks nothing like a normal R. And then when we come across, it's like a roller coaster. R from roller coaster, we go down and flick up. So that is a calligraphy R. Now we've got to fit in an ING. It's quite good. I didn't draw my banner because I'm not sure I'm going to fit an ING on this part of the line, so I'm just going to extend it a little bit so I can fit my ING. So I come up into my I and down, up into my N, down, and let's go up a bit for the N. And then again, my G is going to have to come down, so I'm going to make the body of my G a bit higher, which gives me space to come down for the loop of my G. So let's go up into my G a bit higher. So about level with the top of the N, loop round for the G and back up to the top, and then down, not below that pencil line, and let's do a little loop to finish. Okay, so there is my writing, Hello Spring. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to colour in the parts of the letters, the downstrokes, to make it look like calligraphy. So we're going up, colouring in the downstrokes, up, down, round, down. So every time my pen goes down the page, I need to make that line thicker, so it's going up, down. I'm following my letters until I find where it goes down the page and I make that bit thicker. Down. Now I'm doing it quite quickly. Of course you might want to take your time and do it a bit slower, so do feel free to pause the video. Down. Up. And down. Downstroke on the P, and the R has a downstroke. We went into a loop and we went down, and then we went down on the roller coaster bit, up into the I and down with a circle, and then down into the N, and then up into the G and down, and the final one is there. Okay. So now I've got my Hello Spring written, it's time for me to start doing my banner around. Now I haven't left myself much space at the side, but hopefully it will still work anyway. So I'm going to do it in my black pen, but you might want to do it with pencil to start with. I'm just going to do it in black pen so you can see it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over this line that I drew at the beginning. There you go. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do a line that is exactly parallel to this line, so follows the same curve but above my writing. So start at the same place, try and keep it the same thickness, so my line went up and it went down, and then I'm finishing in line with a bit at the bottom. Okay, so that's the first bit. Now what I need to do with the two ends is I need to join them with a vertical line. So over here, I'm going to look at the edge of my page and I'm going to make a vertical line joining it down. So I might just have to link that up a bit. There we go. And the same here, I'm going to link it with a vertical line, like so. There we go. Okay, so that is the start of my banner. It doesn't look too much like a banner at the moment, but it will do. So let's start on the left side. Go to your top left corner, and this line that you've drawn going up, you're going to carry it on, but you are going to curve it round like that. So it goes a couple of centimetres along and it curves round. And then you are going to do exactly the same thing on the opposite corner. So in your bottom right hand corner, you're going to carry on this line and it's going to curve round like so. Then once you have drawn those two lines, you are going to link them from the end here. I'm going to link it with a downwards line back to the main banner. And then on the other side, I'm going to link this one with an upwards line back to the main banner. Okay. Starting to look a little bit more 3D. Now, here's the next bit. I'm going to go from the top of this point that I made here, and I'm going to draw a line which curves out as if it were the tail of the banner moving across. So from here, it's going to sort of go round, dip down, and then go up. So I started at the top corner and I just made a sort of curvy line. Now I'm going to put my pen in the middle of this side line here, and I'm going to do a matching curve which matches this one up here. So my pen starts about in the middle, maybe slightly further towards the bottom, about here, and I'm going to draw a matching curve there. And I'm going to switch over to my other side and do the same. So my pen goes on this point that I made at this bottom right corner there. Just make sure you can see it. And again, it's going to curve round. And this time, instead of curving upwards, it's going to curve downwards. So put my pen on this point. To move it so you can see it. There we go. And it goes down and round like that. Now I don't have as much space on this side, so I'm just going to stop it there. And now I do the same thing as I did before. I'm going to draw a matching curve, which comes from about halfway down this line, maybe slightly close to the top. So I'm going to do a matching curve there. Now I don't have much space left, so I'm going to have to stop it there. And the final thing to make it look like a banner is to link up these lines. Now you could just link them up straight, but to make it look like the edge of a ribbon, I'm going to do a sort of V shape, a sideways V shape. So from this point here, I'm going to come in, and then I'm going to go out to my other line. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So from this point here, I'm going to come in for a sideways V, and then I'm going to go out to this line here. And there you have a banner. Now if you want to make it look slightly more 3D, in this little curve shape that you've created, you can do some little lines. And the same in this little curve shape down here. I can also do a couple of lines sort of flicking out as if it were a shadow flicking out from here. So maybe a few lines. Different lengths, doesn't quite matter, like that. And a few flicking out on the other side. And there you have it, your springtime banner. Now there's lots more things you can do. You can add some more decoration. I'm going to put myself on fast forward and add a bit of decoration to my springtime banner. Or you can just leave it like that, it's up to you, but that's how you draw a banner and put some calligraphy inside.